Folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zielinski.
and today the Cubs dropped the second game of the NL Wild Card Series versus the Padres. They lost 3-0. Cubs with only 4 hits on the day: a Nico Horner single, a Seiya Suzuki double, a Dansby Swanson single, and a Kyle Tucker single. The Padres, with a huge home run from Manny Machado, 2-run shot for him, and a sac fly from Jackson Merrill in the first inning, is all it took for a 3-0 Padres win. The Padres bullpen was flawless, only allowing 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Just 5 innings and a third of work, but between Adrian Murajan, Mason Miller, and Robert Suarez. So this bullpen is very good. But Cubs bullpen was also very good today. Some struggles from Shota Imanaga as he continues to have struggles with the long ball, but an overall good day for the other guys coming out of the bullpen. Ryan, you were in attendance for this game. What was your overall thoughts and reactions to this game?
I mean, when you can't hit, you can't win games, right? They, I mean, first inning, Nico Horner. I mean, again, it started very similar to yesterday. Michael Bush, deep fly out. It was not nearly as deep as game one, but it was fairly deep. And then Nico follows that up with a single, and then the inning is over. But the different situation in that is the Cubs were down 1-0, so it seemed a little bit more important to score Nico. But obviously that didn't happen, and just it was. I mean, from the fourth inning on, the place was dead. There was just no spark. I mean, it was you could just feel everybody just tense up, and it was not the raucous atmosphere that game one was.
Yeah, I mean, Craig Counsell, I'd say, only made one really big mistake on the pitching side of the things this series so far, and that was letting Shota Imanaga face Manny Machado, and it really paid back on him as they ended up losing the game. But you're not going to win a game with no runs, so not completely on him. I thought he's done a really good job of managing this bullpen. Um, so before we get into today's recap in the episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Mark's Card Shop. Thank you for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to go check them out in Downers Grove, Illinois, and check them out at markscardshop.com. So Ryan, I'll hand it over to you for today's ball game recap.
Yeah, so for this one, the Padres win it 3-0, force a do or die game three back at the friendly confines tomorrow. Which, if the Dodgers hang on here, it'll be at 4:08 tomorrow, so a little bit later. Imagine a lot more of a crowd who's ready to go, not forced to take off as much work as people always complain about with the day games. And yeah, so do or die tomorrow. It's gonna be every pitch is huge. So top of the first inning, Andrew Kittredge gets the start for the Cubs to open for Shota. Tatis on a 1-1 sinker floats this one out in the center for a base hit. Luis Ariz follows that up with a base hit. Manny Machado strikes out, huge strikeout here for Kittredge. 2 on, nobody out, get the strikeout, guy on first still. So the double play, that could a double play, ball on the ground, and the inning. And then Luis Ariz and Fernando Tatis double steal. I believe this was on the third pitch, it was either the third or the fifth pitch. The AB was the double steal, and then on a 2-2 pitch, slider low in the zone, Jackson Merrill, deep fly to right field. Sam makes the play, but Tatis comes in to score to make it 1-0, and then Bogarts lines out to left. And then in the bottom of the first inning, Bush gives one a ride, but he flies out into right center. Nico singles to center field. And then Ian and Tucker both get out. Ian with a strikeout, Tucker with a line out. Top of the second, Padres go down 1-2-3. That's just Shota's first inning. He looked really good. Bottom of the second, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the third, Freddie Fermin with a leadoff double. Then Tatis fouls out. Luis Ariz grounds out. Emmanuel Machado flies out. Bottom of the third inning, Dansby Swanson leadoff single. And then Shaw flies out. And then Swanson gets the second on a wild pitch. Um, this felt like the moment. Again, in the playoffs, not everything is, we still got time. Like this early in the game, you probably have an inning or two of Dylan Cease left until it goes to the bullpen. You got to score here. You got, Michael Bush at the dish, then Nico coming up. This felt like, you have to tie it here, and they're unable to come up with anything. Do you kind of agree with me there?
I do agree with you there. That could have been a turning point in the game. I mean, you're flipping it over to the top of the order, and I was listening to this game on the radio on my way home from school. Pat Hughes on the call is doing his great work as always, and Michael Bush coming up after Dansby got to second. You can feel the energy in Wrigley, and then he hits the ball right up the middle, just right to him. That's just the luck the Cubs had. I mean, some days you're gonna have great luck like they did yesterday. I mean, that win saved them from a various number of home runs, but you're gonna have bad luck like you did today as well. I mean, the prime example of that was that Michael Bush line out to Bogarts.
Yeah, it was because I mean this was probably the most electric moment of the game right here in the bottom of the third inning. He lines out to Bogarts. It was, I mean, that's a base hit right there. Like he was just playing in the perfect spot. If Bush is able to elevate this a little bit more, it ties the ball game up. But yeah, just bad luck. And then in the top of the fourth, Merrill walks to lead off the inning, and then Bogart strikes out. Ryan O'Hearn singles, gets Jackson Moe to second. Then Iglesias lines out to center. Cronenworth grounds out. So good for Shota to be able to get out of some trouble there in the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth inning, Seiya with a two-out double into the left field corner. They intentionally walk Carson Kelly. Two on, two out, pitching change. This felt like, a big moment for Pete. Crowd was electric his entire at bat. Felt like the energy was coming back into the stadium here, and everyone was on their feet. And PCA again just kind of rolls one over. What do you think PCA needs to kind of change or need to do tomorrow to make a bigger impact?
I mean, man, he needs to simplify things. Like some of those swings have been pathetic. He's swinging at pitches 10 feet over his head. He's swinging at pitches that are hitting the dirt. Like he just needs to simplify things and see pitches because pitchers on Padres know the strategy. Don't give PCA anything and make him chase because that's what he's doing. And I think he's just thinking too much about it. And I feel like he's thinking the moment is too big for him right now. And he needs to just simplify things, take a couple pitches, don't chase those ones over your head or those ones that bounce off the dirt. So he needs to just simplify things and play the game that we know he can and just have fun. When PCA is having fun, I mean, that's the most electric we've seen Wrigley Field at times this season. And as much as you want to say like, oh, it's so serious, like just have fun, man. You're take advantage of the youth and the energy from him and just go out there and have fun and make some plays. I mean, that's probably the best advice I would have for him.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Just simplify things. He's always trying to hit the home run, like just a base hit there. Give me a base hit. Ties the game up. Like you don't have to just be the hero. So in the top of the fifth inning, Freddie Fermin strikes out. Tatis walks. Arise sack bunt to Shota. So two out for Manny Machado. Tatis at second. I said right as Manny was walking up to the plate, I said, I really hope they walk him or put in Colin Ray because Colin Ray was warming up in the bullpen for about 20 minutes at this point. And I was like, boy, I just don't know if I like Shota or throwing against Machado here. Sure enough, 404 feet on the first pitch. He just floats a splitter over the middle of the plate. As soon as this ball, I turned to my friend. I was like, I don't think that this is the right matchup. Like I want Conrad in this game. First pitch, I see it go. I put my head down. I look. I see Tatis pumping his fist, looking at the ball out and left, jogging the bases. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. And this, I think this was kind of it because again, if this was the regular season, Cease is probably still in the game. And you're not looking at the bullpen till maybe the sixth or seventh inning, and it's kind of just different. But with the playoffs and with San Diego needing to win, I knew it was over. Like the Cubs couldn't put together anything, and it would have been hard to scrounge up one run today. Just made it three, and I think all hope was really lost after this homer went out. I don't know about you, but when this went out, I mean, the stadium died. The energy, there was no energy at all. It didn't ever really get back to the electricity, before the game during first couple innings. But yeah, this just kind of killed the energy for the rest of the game.
Yeah, after this, I texted you game over. Like I knew the bats weren't going. Just didn't look good. No energy in Wrigley. I knew this was the game after this Machado hit, and I was pretty pissed off about it because you could have brought in Colin Ray. You could have walked him. You could have pitched around him. You could have not given him a splitter right down the middle. But you decided to give him a splitter right down the middle. Leave Shota in the game, give Manny Machado a chance to hit, and we all know how clutch Manny Machado is, and I do not think that was the right decision by Craig Counsell, and came back to haunt him, but I think he did a pretty good job managing the past two games other than that.
Yeah. So bottom of the fifth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. This kind of felt like, all right, you hit him good yesterday, or at least attempted to, kind of got something going. You need to respond immediately. Dansby strikes out, Shaw grounds out to third, and then Bush pops out to center. Top of the sixth inning, Thielbar in for the Cubs. Bogart's infield single to lead off the inning. O'Hearn walks. Johnson strikes out. Cronenworth flies out, and then Fermin grounds out. This is Colin Ray came in with 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the sixth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the seventh, Luis Ariz with a 1 out single. Nothing came of that. Bottom of the seventh, again, the Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the eighth, the Padres go down 1-2-3. Taylor Rogers coming in
Before
with
that,
1 out.
bottom of the seventh inning, that strikeout on Carson Kelly was the best baseball pitch I have ever seen. This was a
Unbelievable.
105-mile-an-hour fastball, just painted. You could not have hit in a better spot, and this was the best pitch I've ever seen. If I'm being like, I'm not just saying that to say it. This is legitimately the best pitch I've ever seen. Hardest pitch of the MLB season this year.
If Mason Miller, which he's going to be available, again, this is do or die, everybody's available. If the Cubs are losing and Mason Miller comes in, the Cubs are not winning tomorrow. So I mean, you have to play to like 5 or 6 innings because if you lose, bottom of the eighth inning, or top of the eighth inning, sorry, the Padres, sorry, go down 1-2-3. Taylor Rogers came in after the Bogarts AB with 1 out. Bottom of the eighth inning, Dansby strikes out, Mo Baller strikes out. Again, honestly, not even gonna blame Mo Baller here as much as Dansby. I mean, Mo Baller came in off the bench to face Mason Miller. Craig pretty much just said good luck, buddy, and sent him out there. Like you gotta kind of feel for the kid. Then Michael Bush gets hit by a pitch so he goes to first. Suarez comes in. This play right here, Nico hits a hot shot line drive into the right field corner. Tatis tracks it, sprints it, lunges, full extension, makes the catch. If this goes over his head, Bush scores. Nico is probably at second or third, and Hap is up with as the time run. This flips the game immensely. Like this game is absolutely turned upside down if this goes over Tatis's head. An unbelievable game saving catch by Tatis. I mean, if he doesn't make this catch, I think we could be talking about a completely different baseball game than what we are now.
Yeah, this is when I knew it wasn't the Cubs' day. I mean, Robert Torres, one of the best pitchers in the league, especially out of the bullpen. Nico hits a P-Rod down the line, and Tatis just over. Pat Hughes on the call. My dad was telling me, like, oh, Nico hits into the corner. And Tatis makes the catch. Like, that's when
Hmm.
you knew it wasn't the Cubs' day.
Tatis makes
You
the
know,
play.
that's when you knew it wasn't the Cubs' day, man.
I knew it wasn't the Cubs' day when Nico hit a base hit up the middle. It hit the pitcher's foot and bounces like literally to
Oh
first
my
base.
goodness, yeah.
Like
I want to talk about that was I've never seen anything like it.
it
Like
was a hit. It was a base hit.
it would have been a leadoff man on too in a
Yeah.
one-run game.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
just wasn't their day today.
Yeah. So in the top of the ninth, Padres go down 1-2-3, and then in the bottom of the ninth inning, 2-0. Hap looks at a fastball. I mean, I don't think you could get any more down the middle than this. And then he goes at almost the same pitch, pops up to shallow left field, and then Kyle Tucker with a 1 out single. Kind of brought the energy back. I'm not gonna lie. Kyle Tucker been pretty cold. Gets the hit off Suarez. Brings up Seiya. I mean, it was pretty energetic. I'm not gonna lie. And then Seiya down 0-2, and then takes Ball one fouls off two straight, takes ball two, takes ball three. Crowd absolutely buzzing on their feet. Ball four brings the tying run to the plate, base hit. I mean, anything really big could happen here. And what does he do? The one thing you cannot do: ground ball, double play, Padres force a game three. I mean, just final thoughts about just how this game kind of played out.
I mean, as much as you want to say it wasn't the Cubs' day, because it definitely wasn't. Like, say, smokes a ball, double play Nico, right off the pitcher's foot, right to Arise. Like, everything that happened wasn't their day, but 4 hits is unexcusable. Like, I don't care if you're facing the best pitcher in the league or the worst. You got to find ways to get guys in. Like, and I think Craig Counsell, they need to start getting this leadoff man on and bunting or stealing. Like, you got to play the small ball piss. These games are going to be close, and you've got to find a way to put in runs, and whoever scores more runs is going to win the ball game. So the Cubs need to do a better job of manufacturing runs in this playoffs.
Yeah, 100% couldn't have said it better. So for the Cubs pitching, Kittredge, the opener, he gets the start and the loss. He throws an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks, a strikeout. He threw 20 pitches. He's at a 4.50 ERA. Shota Imanaga comes in to be the bulk reliever. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned on that Manny Machado homer. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 67 pitches with a 4.50 ERA in the playoffs. Caleb Fieldbar goes 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, a strikeout. He threw 14 pitches. His first appearance, he's at his 0 ERA. Ray goes an inning and 2/3, gives up a hit, no runs, no walks, a strikeout. He threw 15 pitches, and then the rest of these guys have a 0 ERA. Taylor Rogers, an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He threw 13 pitches. Soroka, 2/3 of an inning, a hit, or sorry, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. So that'll wrap up the pitching. I mean, for the first time in this podcast history, I don't have a Cubs player of the game.
Neither do I. I mean, I guess you give a combined effort to Caleb Thielbar, Colin Ray, Taylor Rogers, Mike Soroka. They went a total of, I believe, 4 innings with only 2 hits, no runs. I mean, I'd say that's not bad at all.
Yeah, we'll take that.
But I think you got to give it to Mason Miller. I mean, 5 up, 5 down, 5 strikeouts. He's
Yeah,
so good.
unbelievable.
He's
He's
so
he's
good.
unhittable. The only possible way you can hit off him is if you guess right.
hmm Like you're either guessing at like a 93 mile an hour curveball or a 105 fastball. Like there's even if he throws it down the middle, you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Do you think he's available tomorrow? I mean, he has
Oh,
thrown a lot.
without a doubt. Again, this is game three. This is game seven. Everyone's available. No one is not. Again, Boyd's available. Shota's available. I don't think you throw Shota though. I would not do it. I would rather you throw Boyd if you're gonna throw a starter out of the bullpen. So yeah, everybody's available tomorrow. I don't think there's any limitations either
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that.
because you have a day off tomorrow. So
Yeah. Alrighty, so we'll get into questions now. So I just wanted to bring this up that the Cubs are not going to win anything if Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, and Pete Kerr Armstrong cannot start hitting. I looked at the stat. They have struck out 50% of the time between those three guys between yesterday and today. They have struck out 12 out of the last 23 at bats in this playoff. I mean, Tucker, they're 1 for 23. 12 out of those 23 times they struck out. The other times were weak pop ups or ground outs. PCA has strucken out, I believe, 5 times. Happ has strucken out 5 times. And then Tucker's strucken out 3 times. So that is a total. I missed actually. It's 13 out of 23. So that is pretty well over 50% of the time they're striking out. Just like how bad is that between those three guys and the three guys that are supposed to be leading this team?
I mean, these are the guys that are supposed to be winning you playoff games. I mean, that's terrible. Like when these guys are slumping, though, the guys at the bottom of the order got to really pick the team up.
Yeah. My next question is, do you have any ideas or changes in the lineup? So first I'll present my lineup. I wrote this down after the game, so I was pretty frustrated. I have Michael Bush lead off, Nico Horner 2, Seiya Suzuki 3, Carson Kelly 4, and then I have Kyle Tucker slash Moises Ballesteros 5, Dansby Swanson 6, Ian Happ 7, P. Carl Armstrong 8, Matt Shaw 9. What are your ideas about this lineup? Because I think it needs a change. I don't think you could be this stale.
So I have, hold on. Right now, oh wait, no, sorry, I made it. That's a big mistake. Okay, here are my top four, and then I'll get into the guys after that. Leading off, Michael Bush, hitting second, Nico Horner, hitting third, Seiya Suzuki, hitting fourth, Moises Ballesteros. Notice there's no slash Kyle Tucker. I think Moises Ballesteros deserves the start tomorrow. Kyle Tucker can't hit a beach ball. I mean, he got the hit today in the ninth, don't get me wrong. But I mean, looking at game one and game two, he can't hit a beach ball. Moises Ballesteros deserves at least two at bats. He's done more than enough. Give him two at bats. If they're brutal, then you can put Tucker in right now. Mo Baller. Hitting fifth, I'd probably have to go Carson Kelly. He's been a pretty good bat. Hitting sixth, I'll go. This is where Ian Happ will go because don't want to put him too far. And then hitting seventh, that probably goes Dansby. Hitting eighth, Shaw. Hitting ninth, Pete. So I'll run through that. Bush leading off, Nico hitting two, Seiya hitting three, Mo Baller hitting four, Kelly hitting five, Hap hitting six, Dansby hitting seven, Matt Shaw hitting eight, PCA hitting nine.
Yeah, I like PCA as that second leadoff man. And you kind of already answered my next question, which would be, who do you choose for tomorrow's lineup? Do you make a change and go Mo Baller?
Yeah, I would because that's the DH spot. So you need to just get hits and be a good hitter. And Kyle Tucker has not done that so far in this series. Not saying he shouldn't play at all tomorrow, because again, if Mo Baller has two uncompetitive at bats, you can put Kyle Tucker in. But I think Mo Baller has done more than enough. He came in, back when he was back up with the league in Milwaukee when we were at the game, the double to clear the bases, just kind of flipped the momentum of the team around. I mean, he hit like how many homers did he hit in like the month of September? Like,
He only hit 2 home runs, but he batted 296.
yeah, there you go. He hit 296. He had a really good September. Like, I just don't see why you don't just give him a shot tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a complete hitter. He finished the year hitting 298 actually with 17 hits and 11 RBIs and 57 at bats. So 17 hits and 57 at bats, not too shabby at all.
And it's Hugh
Especially,
Darvish. Like, it's not
yeah,
like it's a Cy Young pitcher.
I feel like he's a guy that can have a big hit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so my next question is, do you have any ideas for the bullpen tomorrow? Like, who's available? What is your strategy? Who's your first guy out? Like, what is your just thoughts and plans for this bullpen tomorrow?
Okay, so again, this is like I've said this so many times. All hands on deck. There's no limitations. You do everything to win. You don't play to not lose. You play to win. I think JMO is gonna pitch well, so I think he goes into the fifth. I don't know if he finishes the fifth, but I think he goes into the fifth. Depending on what happens, around there, I think you go to Field Bar, then you go Palencia, then I'd probably throw Kittredge again, Ray and Keller.
So your guys for tomorrow, let me get this right. Field Bar, Teller, Kittredge, Palencia, and Ray are your five.
Yes.
This is who I had marked off. I don't think you go Aaron Savali tomorrow. He's been serviceable, but I don't think he'll pitch in the playoffs. I don't think you go Mike Soroka tomorrow unless you absolutely need him.
Or it's 9-1.
Winning or losing.
Yeah, 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 winning, winning, winning.
I think you need to go Colin Ray. He did really good today, if I'm being honest, and he's been pitching great as of late. Just building and building off. And don't get he was 11-7 on the year with a 3.95 ERA. There's a debate he could have been pitching tomorrow. He pitched very good versus St. Louis, very good versus Cincinnati, very good versus Tampa. He's been building and building. His last 7 games, he's been pitching great. So I think you got to go Colin Ray tomorrow for some long relief.
Do you think they could do something like JMO goes 3 innings, Colin Ray goes 3 innings, or like JMO goes four, Colin Ray goes three? Do you think they could do something like that?
I was just actually gonna bring that up, JMO. You go 3 innings, you get the lineup once. Colin Ray come in, you get the lineup once. It's just a
I,
thought. I mean,
I would be completely fine with that.
I think Brad Keller 100% needs to go. He didn't pitch today, and he's been your best reliever.
Valencia, I
Kittredge,
think, needs to go too.
Kittredge, I'm just going off my list. Kittredge needs to go. I mean, if you don't have to pitch him, don't pitch him, but if you need him, you need him.
Yeah.
Palencia 100% needs to go. He brings the electricity every time that he comes in. Pomeranz, I think he's a very good option for what I'm about to talk about next. I think Rogers is another really good option for what I'm going to talk about, and I think you need to pitch Thielbar. And I think you send Boyd and Imanaga to the bullpen in case anything. What I
Yeah,
was going to
Boyd
talk
definitely needs to be in the bullpen.
Yeah. What I was going to talk about is this is what I discovered from this Padres lineup. You got your top five in Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill, and Bogarts. All five very solid hitters. But then you have three left-handed hitters in a row. O'Hearn, Sheets, and Cronenworth. Then after you have that is their catcher Fermin, who doesn't have a great bat. This is a perfect time for pitcher switches and left-handed matchups. You have three lefties in a row. This is when I think you really need to use guys like Pomeranz, Rogers, and Thielbar. Play the lefty-lefty matchups. I know O'Hearn's been good versus lefties, but Sheets and Cronenworth are not very good versus lefties. So I think these are four guys that the Cubs need to get outs on every time, and these guys should be maybe 1 or 0 for 16 tomorrow.
I agree with that.
That was just a weak spot of their team that I wanted to bring up. Some strong spots. They're 1 through 5. I don't think you pitch to Machado tomorrow. I don't think
He's
you
too
give
clutch.
Tatis.
He's too
Yeah,
clutch.
you don't give Tatis anything over the plate. Machado doesn't run very well either. Arise, don't give him anything to contact. I'm not saying walk these guys. Be smart with their top three. Merrill, I'd work outside to him. He's a good pitch. He's a good hitter when he gets inside pitches. You need to work outside to Jackson Merrill tomorrow. Then you need to get outs on those bottom 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters. And then another thing is you really got to get to you Darvish tomorrow. This bullpen is really good. Morjon and Miller, I assume, all hands on deck. You got Suarez, Estrada, Morjon, Miller, and then there's one more I'm forgetting, but those are four very solid pitchers that I think will all go tomorrow. So you got to get to them before that bullpen. Those were just my strong and weak spots for the Padres. So now we'll take a look at the pitching matchup for tomorrow. Starting for the Cubs, Jameson Taillon. He's a guy that I feel like is going to have a one hell of a start and a day to remember in a while. Just JMO's just a fighter. I mean, he fought through cancer. He fought through some very tough seasons in his career. He's been very clutch too, and a guy that's just a very good overall pitcher. And I believe in Jameson Taillon. The 6'5" right-handed pitcher was a first-round pick from the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2010 out of the Woodlands High School in Texas. He has a 1.3 WAR on the season and an 11-7 record with a 3.68 ERA in 23 games and 129 and two-thirds of an inning pitched. He has 98 strikeouts and a 1.057 whip. And then on the mound for the Padres is Yu Darvish. Here's a story I need to tell you guys before Yu Darvish is pitching. Believe it was Christmas of 2021, I want to say. It was, yes, Christmas of the year 2020 going into 2021. For Christmas, I asked for a Yu Darvish jersey, and I ended up getting it. 4 days later, just a note, my birthday is on December 29th. On my birthday, I wake up. My dad tells me, Yu Darvish's been traded. By the way, my parents got
I
this like a month ago. It was a pretty nice jersey. No warranty
remember
on it.
this.
So I got a Yu Darvish jersey for maybe 4 days until he was traded. So I just wanted to bring that up. I still have my Yu Darvish jersey up there. So
Burn it.
yep, I'm
Except it's a
burning
Cubs jersey, so only burn the name.
only the name. Yeah. Wait, do the Cubs have an 11 on their team?
They do. It's Craig Counsell.
Oh, take the Darvish out for the council on it. Last one to bring that up. Pretty funny story. Darvish has a 0 WAR in 2025 and a 5-5 record with a 5.38 ERA in 15 games pitched. He's thrown 72 innings with 68 strikeouts and a 1.181 WHIP. So Darvish has had a very rough year, safe to say, but he has a 2.38 ERA and a 3-2 record versus the Cubs. So he always seems to be pretty good versus the Cubs. But I think Yu Darvish is a guy that they can hit tomorrow, 100%. It's not like they're facing Pavetta
Yeah.
or Cease. I think you saw the two best pitchers you're going to see in this series today and yesterday.
And yeah, and there's a big drop off. So, you have to jump on Darvish early. If you don't, you're not going to win.
No. That's a thing the Cubs have struggled with. They waited and waited and waited, and the pitchers kept them in, and the pitchers kept them in. No, they need to jump on these guys early and come out to a 3 to 4 run lead in the first 3 innings, I would say. So, Ryan, what are your game plans and keys to bringing home a series W tomorrow?
So, first of all, the game plan. Um, I think JMO for right now. Maybe I'll give this some thought as I'm going to bed tonight. But I think you go five with JMO into the fifth at least, and then you just, I mean, throw everything out there. Every single hitter. I mean, obviously you need to face what is it? Two now, two hitters.
Yes.
So two hitters. I mean,
Three.
it's three.
I think it's three, yeah.
Okay, so it's three. I mean, you play the matchups as well. You play who's hot, the hot hand, anything to win tomorrow. You could throw, I mean, six bullpen guys for the hell of it tomorrow. But you do everything to win. You play to win. You don't play to not lose. Um, Prediction. As much as I want to believe, I just have too much concerns about the offense right now. I'm sure on the live tomorrow I'll be talking about, game day hype, we're gonna win. But right now my honest thought is I'm just too concerned with the offense right now. I think the Padres win 4-2 and move on.
Right. I'm not gonna be a negative Nelly like Ryan. I think the Cubs are gonna win this ball game.
I'm not
Um,
negative. I'm truthful.
all righty. I'll give that to you. I'm sure they'll let me down, but I'm gonna be a believer for this. If this is our last regular season or season of the 2025 show, I'm gonna end off on a positive note. I think the Cubs are gonna win this ball game. I think Tyan's gonna go 4 innings and 2/3. Then they're gonna hand the ball over to Colin Ray. He's gonna go an inning and 2/3. They're gonna bring in Pomeranz for a matchup. He's gonna get the lefty out. Seventh inning, they're gonna go to Daniel Palencia. He's gonna go for 4 outs, and then they're gonna bring in Thielbar for 2 outs, and then Brad Keller's gonna bring home this game, get the save. Cubs are going to win this ball game 5-3. I think a little bit higher scoring of a game. Um, and then I'm going to do my best JD and Boog impression. My 3 keys to the game. Number 1, utilize the small ball. They've not done a good job of that. The Padres have done a good job of that. You got to utilize the small ball 100%. Number 2 key is you need to build off this crowd. This crowd is going to be rocking tomorrow. I can tell you that for a fact. 408 game 3. I could tell you 100% there's going to be a lot of people in attendance tomorrow.
I
No
think I think
doubt
it's
in
gonna
my
be
mind.
I think it's gonna be every seat is full and every single standing room spot is completely full. I think there's gonna be like not one person more allowed in the stadium.
No. It's going to be electric tomorrow. It says standing room tickets right now are like 75. That is actually pretty pricey compared to the other days. There's still some tickets available right now, but I think more people are going to buy it closer to game day, especially because it's less work to take off. Wrigley's going to be buzzing like it was on Tuesday. I'm feeling good about this game. You need to build off of the energy. Then my third key to the game is you need to shut down the Padres' top three in Tatis, Arise, and you need to shut down Bogarts. You need to shut down the top guys in the lineup. If you can do that, I think you're going to come away pretty successful. So now we will take a look around the MLB and the scores from today. The Reds are kind of making a comeback. Got two runners on at 8-3 ball game as Sal Stewart hit a line drive single. You got Ellie De La Cruz up to the plate right now with two runners on, and you got the tying run in the hole. And then in the Guardians versus Tigers game, it was all Guardians from the first inning as George Valera hit a home run in the bottom of the first inning, his first career playoff home run. It was a bomb, 4-11. And Javi Baez with a huge single made it a 1-1 game. And then
They
Brian
were
Rocchio.
they were playing the Tigers game on the video board while the Cubs were warming up. Javi comes up and hits that. You would have thought like the Cubs scored or something. Like literally everybody started cheering when Javi had that hit. It was awesome.
That's awesome. And then Brian Rocchio, huge, biggest hit of his career, his first home run in the playoffs for him in his career, makes it a 2-1 game. And then Daniel Sherman hit a double, Bo Naylor with a 3-run shot, and that was the ball game. Guardians win this one 6-1, and they force a game three tomorrow. And that game will be played at 12:08 at Progressive Field. Maybe it'll be a little bit later depending on the Dodgers is they're looking to win. So we'll get final confirmation tonight. And then the Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-3. This game started early in the first inning. Ben Rice with a home run just got out. This guy's super clutch. 107 off the bat, a line drive. First pitch he saw from Bayo made it a 2-0 game. But then, not for long, as Trevor Story hit a 2-run single to center field as Cedion Rafaela scored and Jaron Duran scored. It made it a 2-2 game. And then, arguably the best hitter that we've ever seen, Aaron Judge, hit a huge RBI single, made it a 3-2 Yankees lead. Then after that, he continues to have one hell of a series for the Red Sox as Trevor Story goes yard, barely got out, but a home run's a home run. 381, 103 off the bat, off Rodon. And then in the bottom of the eighth inning, probably the biggest hit in his career so far, Austin Wells hits a single to right field down the line on a 3-2 count with, I believe it was 2 outs in the inning off Whitlock. Just pulls the ball down the line. Chisholm scores from first base, and that was huge as Austin Hayes and Stewart advanced to second base, full count on Ellie De La Cruz. So some trouble brewing up in the LA, just like I believe yesterday.
Gene just threw a wild pitch too, so second and third.
Yeah. And then a little preview for tomorrow. On the bump for the Tigers in game three is Jack Flaherty. Flaherty in 31 games this year is 8-15 with a 4.64 ERA and 161 innings pitched. He has 188 strikeouts. And then for the Guardians is Slade Cioni, number 44. He is 7-7 on the year in 23 games with a 4.3 ERA and 132 innings pitched. So Flaherty, the veteran, versus the young gun Slade Cioni. Cioni's first postseason start, as this is Flaherty's. I believe he's had a lot of starts. What did Tyler Stevenson just do? I got the in play runs.
Well, Ellie just walked, so hold on a minute. Don't wait. Don't look right now. I want to see it on my TV first. This will be the first pitch. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna be sack fly. Okay.
8-4
Sack
though,
fly.
so I mean, you
So
got
eight to four.
tying run on deck, and
Eight to
that
four,
is
two.
Matt
Yeah, eight to
McClung.
four. 8-4, 2 on, 1 out. I mean, it's still not over, honestly. They're hitting the
And
ball
then
pretty well.
yeah, full youth is going to be on display in the Red Sox versus Yankees, and only his fifth career start, Conley Early, is going to be getting the ball. The 23-year-old left-hander is 1-2 on the year with a 2.33 ERA. He struck out 11 versus the Athletics in his first career start, and then he gave up 1 run, 2 run, and 2 runs. So his biggest start of his career and only his fifth start. So that's gonna be something. And as I said, youth is gonna be on full display as taking the bump for the Yankees. I saw him pitch will be Cam Schlitter. He is 4-3 on the year in only 14 games with a 2.96 ERA. I saw it in full display when he pitched against the White Sox. I believe it was a couple weeks ago. I went to see him, and man, he's a tall frame, throws very hard, locates well. So full display, you got a 24-year-old versus a 23-year-old in the Bronx tomorrow. So the youth will be on display tomorrow. And then if the Reds can pull out a miracle here and force a game 3, that will be Andrew Abbott on the mound. And for the Dodgers, it will be Shohei Ohtani. So we'll see how it all goes. Now we will play MLB Pickle. Ryan, we got to go for a Cubs player here. Who do you want?
Let's go, Jameson Town.
Jameson Tyne. I love it. I think he's gonna have a day tomorrow. Sorry about this. So apparently my thing doesn't want to load for Jameson Tyon. So it hit James McCann, I guess. He's a righty from the USA and the AL. AL Central, righty USA. I'll go Shane Smith. In the AL, righty USA. So that'd have to be the AL East, righty, Aaron
Go.
Judge. In the AL East, righty USA, around 33 years old. Who do you want to go?
Let's go like Trevor Story.
Story. On Boston, righty from the USA, around 32. Do we want to? I'll go Whitlock and make sure it's not a reliever.
Yeah.
Knock that out. Not a reliever. So he's not a catcher, a right fielder, a shortstop, or a pitcher. Bregman, maybe?
Yeah.
And that is your MLB Pickle Player of the Day, Alex Bregman. So now we will get into Immaculate Grid, starting us off with Twins and Blue Jays. Jose Barrios. Remember this trade. Now we got Twins and Orioles. Wait, did Miguel Sano play for the Orioles? No.
I don't think he
Oh,
did.
wait. Twins under 3 ERA season.
Uh,
Did Joe Ryan ever get one?
try.
Joe Ryan. He did not. All right, Brewers and Blue Jays. I feel like this is obvious.
I think it's like a catcher.
Get your thinking cap on. Let's go.
I feel like it's like a
I should know
catcher,
this.
like a
I should know this. Come
second
on.
baseman.
Oh, yeah, I know. Brewers and Orioles, I could go Corbin Burns.
There we go.
And then a Brewers under 3 RA season, Freddie Peralta. Now we're going. And then LA and Blue
Will
Jays.
Benson just got pulled in the middle of his AB.
How? Or like what happened?
They pulled Sheehan. 1-2 count. They pulled him, and then
Why?
they
Did he
pulled.
get hurt or something?
No, I think they just I don't know, and they took Benson out, and I believe Andujar is going in now.
Alrighty, we'll see what happens there. Blue Jays and Brewers. Jeez, I'm searching this up because I feel like there's an obvious answer. Vogelbach, Rowdy Tellez, um, Josh Donaldson, Curtis Granderson.
A lot of big names there.
Yeah, we could have got it. And then says Angels and Blue Jays most common is Devin White. For Twins, under 3 ERA season, Johan Santana. Brewers under 3 ERA season, CC Sabathia, and then for the Angels, Nolan Ryan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. Make a lot of content tomorrow. And then I think we'll probably be going live during the game. Try our best to. We'll keep you guys updated on that. A lot of content and probably some live content tomorrow. Super excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. Hopefully a big Cubs win tomorrow. We'll be focusing on the Brewers next, but let's go. Let's get a win. Biggest game in Cubs for maybe a couple years. Just Wrigley's gonna be pumping and I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Sunsky.
See you guys in the next episode.